Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Bortles' Colts going up against Carr's Raiders.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Now a play fake here on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On play action, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is Coleman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And this one is right through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, Ingram. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Bortles. And the Raiders have got him. Dante Fowler with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin. Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And some room to maneuver. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number one.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best players.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marcel Darius getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. It's a give to the right. Ingram. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right there at the 43. That one good for 12 yards. And just like that, it's third down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Bortles to throw for it on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Coleman. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 6 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Bortles to throw on second down. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, were the first.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Fights loose. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. Thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. He goes underneath to Ingram. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So out come the Raiders. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now you folks don't know what you're missing. Missing Larry Ridley. Ready to get back, though, to this Week 2 matchup. Let's get to it. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Here's Bortles to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
694. In motion is Austin Hooper. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Coleman. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Coleman, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On third down, it's Coleman, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tevin Coleman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Now, they went draw play there on third down around the goal line, something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call, but it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end, but they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, it's Ingram. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. A good pickup there, a 22. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
To throw, it's Bortles. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A.J. Green, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game?
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the silver and black continue to roll. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's got room. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. So this will go for 5 up to the 33. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Coleman now. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Colts on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Bortles. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now Bortles got to have this one. And some space here. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Raiders have recovered. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
6-18. Down. 7:30 for the 5-man box. Where's it? Hunt. 5-man box. 29. Here we go. Right now. He's crashing. He's checking. 29.
Cooks will come in motion right.
Check 13. Check 13. 6-18.
Throwing his car on third down. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Gets past one man. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but he did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Bortles. He completes it to Henry. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On first down, Bortles. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Bortles. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dante Fowler in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Throwing is Bortles. Dancing to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Oakland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.